Hello, Margaret Toomey Public School families, students, and staff. It's me again with this week's principal update, this time just from my backyard on a pretty gray and chilly Sunday. But spring is on the way. We had some rain, we've got some rain coming, and the yellow grass behind me will be green before we know it, which is pretty awesome. I want to start out this week's principal update just giving a shout out to our lunchroom supervisors. I don't know if all of our families know that we have an incredible group of individuals who come in every day to ensure that our students have safe supervised lunch breaks and supervised recess breaks. This is, of course, the time when our teaching staff and our other educators are having their own lunch. And so we really do depend on the lunchroom supervisors to allow staff to have a break and students to get outside and eat. Really appreciate all of the energy, flexibility, supervision, and care that this incredible group puts in towards students. It's a little bit like herding cats outside on the playground when you have a massive number of students running through the playground equipment or playing on the field, because we need everybody to be safe and get along together and be respectful, and our lunch monitors, our lunch supervisors do all of that, so thank you. I also want to talk about our lunchroom supervisors and lunch in general. In light of some of the things that we've been dealing with over the past few weeks, really it's around respect. We have found at lunch that some of our students are really having a hard time listening to instructions. And sometimes these instructions are pretty straightforward. It might be to stop being so rough or aggressive on the field. It might be just about keeping volume levels in a small classroom at an acceptable level. Our lunchroom supervisors work really hard, and we really need our students to respect and listen to their instructions so that we can keep a good thing going. So what I'm challenging our wonderful Ravens is, how can you show respect to our lunch supervisors? How can you show appreciation for the work that they do so that you get a lunch? And for our families, how can we have conversations at home that builds on the conversations we're having at school around respect and listening and following through with the instructions that staff are providing? We're supporting that work in the school with Miss Critch, our child and youth worker, and some of the other supports in the school, including teachers and educational assistants, to name a few, and certainly myself. But really building on that idea of community and care and compassion and respect. So shout out to the lunchroom supervisors, and also a request to really focus on that listening. This week, we are jumping back into lots of awesome. The focus this week, especially in grade 3 and grade 6, is preparing our Ravens for the EQAO assessment of reading, writing, and math. Now, this is the Ministry of Education's standardized assessment that happens every year, and it's really stressful and it's a lot of work, but it provides us with awesome information about where our students are at so that we can adjust our teaching practices and make sure that we have supports in place to address any needs our students might have. So, a test is pretty scary and stressful, but it's certainly not the be all to end all or anything like that. And we have pretty well all of May to prepare our students. Grade 3 and grade 6 students will be writing the EQAO assessment towards the end of the month. Parents and families of students in these grades, you'll get information very soon. You can certainly send a message to Miss Bocage or Miss Whitelock if you're looking for information about your own kids. But yeah, we're here to support, and that is definitely something that is taking up some time in those classes. We also have our grade 3s working on the outdoor courtyard space to transform it into something that our students in school can really be proud of. I want to thank Mr. Skorczynski for spearheading this project and all of the community partners that have been supporting our planning and design phase. We're really excited to get this off the ground and share it with you, so stay tuned, and more of that will be coming soon. What else do I want to talk about? How about the Gordon family? How about the bake sale that we had last week in support of our Raven, who is dealing with some medical issues right now, and the Gordon family who are supporting their kiddo? Thank you for the bake sale. Thank you to our staff for preparing so many incredible treats, and our students and families for supporting the bake sale. Can you believe $892.20 was raised from that first bake sale? That is amazing. And families, you ought to be really, really proud of your work. Now, we have another fundraiser coming up in support of the Gordon family, and that's happening on May the 4th. So that's this coming Saturday at 6 p.m. at the high school. It is a charity basketball game. There will be a canteen available. There is going to be a halftime show by the Marathon Cheer organization. It's going to be a tremendous community event for an amazing cause. You may have seen posters for it around town, and we really hope to see you there. Other than that, not too much to report other than there's less than 3 weeks until the Victoria Day long weekend. So every day really counts. Less than 2 months until the end of the school year, which is pretty wild as well. So we're going to hope for a little bit more rain this weekend again so that we can see more green outside, some buds and leaves on the trees. And one other thing is we know bears are out too. So please exercise caution, those of you who are walking to and from school. If we do see any sightings around the school, I will be sure to communicate that out. But in the meantime, yeah, just be safe. And I think that's probably a good place to end, because here we are at the 7-minute mark already almost. Time flies when you're talking about awesome. So Ravens, as always, enjoy the week. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Cheers.